Hey there, what's up, and welcome to another episode on the Hardcore World. Today, right now, I am very limited on how much I can move the camera. You probably got a glimpse of it because I accidentally moved it in the middle of that intro. But, so the intro didn't record last time I tried to record it, and I've already done the whole video. So, doing this again, but, after everything's already done. As you can see behind me, there are a variety of things that are on this billboard here. And if we can take a look at it, you will see a variety of things for us to do in this world. So this is just a quick list of things that I thought we should list out so that we can be on the same page and know exactly what we're going to be doing in this village. So first thing that we are tackling today is actually the villager breeder. I figured, you know what, if we're going to be doing all this stuff that has to do with blacksmiths and farms and butchers and all sorts of stuff, we should definitely have a villager for every profession. So to do that, let's make a villager breeder. That's what we're doing today, and so that's going to be really fun. But I think it's good for us to have all of the different villagers for each profession. I'm going to put my armor back on because I don't feel safe. And so some of the things I wanted to do is build some bridges, as you see, just to be able to connect up some things. We've got the river project that we're going to do here shortly, and then we have another bridge area that we actually build today. And then we should get tool and armor smith stuff going. Like I think a blacksmith is a pretty good thing to have. It's just like a standard build to do in Minecraft. And the village didn't spawn with one, and it'd be nice to add one in. So that'll be fun to do, and maybe we can put that in like the keep or something, because we're going to do a castle, a smaller castle, but we're going to do a castle for this area. And so it's going to be, maybe that's where the blacksmith lies. We're going to do farms, of course. Farms are going to be very important over yonder. And I think that's where it's all going to be, is over that way is where all the farms are going to be. That's what I've decided. And then also along with the farms are going to be cow, pig farms, sheep as well, just didn't list them. And so that can tie into having a butcher in the town as well. And so I think that's going to be, this is a good start. This is a really nice start to being able to have things sort of labeled out and stuff. You may be wondering, well, what is this? Well, we're going to be traveling to the Mesa biome. That is in these coordinates, very far away. But I wanted to get some white terracotta that is, well, it's in, you can't see it, but it's on the sides of this building. And then there's a building right over here. That building used to be white terracotta, but I tore it down to be able to build the library. And so we are going to be doing that, getting some terracotta early on in today's episode, because I wanted to get terracotta. I absolutely love terracotta, so might as well go get some. But the first thing I want to get into is the bridges, because I would like to connect up this road to the other side of the river. And so it's over there. I just can't look over there because it's already built. So let's go ahead, jump into a bit of a quick time lapse on building up the bridge, and then we'll be back. Alrighty, y'all. So that took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Also, we have a doggy. Actually, we have quite a few doggies. If we go out here, looky at this bridge. Let's make sure there's no creepers or anything. Very good. Look at this bridge. Oh, so cool. Really, really happy with it. I really love the stone mixture. I'm actually really enjoying diorite a lot. I hate to say it, but I am. Where's my other dog? Well, there's that one. I have a dog there, and then I have another dog over there, and then another one in the village, and another one further in the village, and then one over that way, which you can see a pathway. We're gonna walk down that in a while, but let's take a look at this bridge, because ooh, I am so happy. Oh, and one right here. This bridge is so cool. I really, really love it. So it's a diagonal bridge, which took me forever to figure out, and I think this is just so cool. Looks so nice. I think it flows really well, using some mossy stone to just show that it's around water, and it's a nice arched bridge. I had to do a little bit of terraforming to get the this sort of side area on the creek to be going anywhere, but you know, I think it looks good. And then the bottom, you know, I could cover this with stone and stuff to act as support, but nah, it's fine. I don't really care that much. And yeah, I think it looks super cool. I'm really, really happy with it. This, I will say though, if you're gonna do a diagonal bridge, doing a covered bridge, maybe, maybe you don't need to. The cover is what took me the absolute longest to deal with. Figuring out how to properly step it up with it, making it look like it should, was just so bizarre. If we take a look-see at it, actually, let's go up here. I do this sometimes. I need to honestly just add a door up here because I break these two blocks out all the time. Yeah, if you look at this, I like the amount of shapeage that had to happen over time. Like you saw in that time lapse, I was not sure how to make it properly arch up and go back down and be mirrored exactly on either side, but feel correct. Because the weird thing is that the because this is now like offset diagonally, and so you have to, it's just weird. My brain, I don't even know how to explain it. Just very strange. But we got it, and I'm really happy with how it looks. The floor is very fun, mixing spruce, birch, and oak. I think it's actually a really nice thing to add in all the woods. It makes for a nice little pattern area. But some of you are probably curious, where does this road lead to? Well, I've done some building, as I probably previously had said. I did some building off camera before this episode has begun. Making what I was thinking was going to be the main thing for this, one of the main things for this episode. And I think it's still going to be a primary thing, but you can see it there in the distance. Ooh, baby, what is that? I think it's still going to be a primary thing. I'd like to go and get some terracotta to be able to continue building in the village style. But I don't think I'm going to do... I was going to do a villager breeder for today's episode, but I don't think that I'm going to. And ooh, look at this. I love this little build. I think we're going to go get terracotta and then just make potentially another bridge and maybe do that in a little bit more step-by-step process if possible. Just because I am honestly running out of time this week. Work has been pretty crazy, and yeah, it's been difficult for me to get to record this week. So I want to definitely have something for you, just maybe a bit of a different style of episode. But while we're here, looking at this, as you can see, our custom trees. Glad you guys liked the custom tree tutorial. It was very fun. And also let me know if you like the timestamps and stuff in throughout the video on the sort of video progress bar. I added that because I thought it could be helpful for anybody who likes to more skip through the episode to find the little bits and pieces that they enjoy watching. So that way it's kind of broken down as to if you're interested in redstone and all that, or tutorials or time lapses or what have you. But back to this build. This is just a little fishing house, like a fisherman's house. The main goal that I wanted to do was, this is about as far as this town is going to expand. Now I say town is going to expand as far, but I think it's going to stop at the hills right there. And then the rest of this will be pretty much farmland, with a few of these types of houses scattered throughout. And I decided to focus this on fishing. If we can first sleep, here's the inside. He's got a little doggo as well. Nice little interior, nothing too particularly crazy. Little chimney and all that. Very, very quaint build. He needs a window, obviously. My dog is poking his head through here. I was going to do fences, but I think it looks a little strange. But we have a nice little fisherman house. This is supposed to be, I don't have cobwebs, but eventually I'll put cobwebs here to act as like hanging nets. And then barrels for fishes and all that. He's got a little bit of his own little crop farm just for himself. And so, yeah, it's very fun. It's very small, very, I think, just a fun little build. Has some of the custom trees we've got over by the enchanting area. I think this is going to be the tree of the town that we're just going to kind of plop around. It makes sense to me to have kind of more of an oak variant tree, given we are in a plains biome. And maybe we'll throw in a few birch trees, but other than that, I think this is a good tree to go with. But this is the sort of launching off point. I wanted to make this because I wanted to have an area where we need to go that direction about 2,000 to 6,000 blocks. I don't remember how far. We need to go that way quite a ways. And so I decided, why not make this fisherman hut as kind of our launching off point? It's kind of makes for a more interesting experience if we have to continue to boat out that direction. And now that we're in good gear, I feel less weird and scared of going out away from our main area. It's because I mean, I'm not scared of losing anything, because if I die, I lose everything anyways. So that's why I don't really care about what I'm carrying around, because if I die, whatever, if it burns in lava, that doesn't matter. But we're in a much better gear now, so I feel much more protected to be dealing with anything that may be out there. So we have a boat here, and we have a boat here, and we're going to take one of these boats, and we're going to go that direction to, I think it's 2,111 and 6,111 is where the Mesa biome is. I am not going to, I need to get 2 trapdoors for this area. Okay. I am not going to do that on camera necessarily. I think I may travel, and then if we find anything neat, maybe I'll toss out a few ideas of build things that we could potentially do. But I need to get a bed. I forgot a bed back at the base. So I'm going to go ahead, get a bed, get all prepared to go. And then we'll go and try and find a Mesa biome to be able to then get back here and maybe incorporate it into a build. I don't know. Maybe we will do the village breeder. Kind of depends on how much time we have. Currently, it's Wednesday, and normally videos have been releasing on Thursday. So we'll see. We'll see. Work has kind of thrown me off of my normal schedule, so we'll see if I can actually get it done. But let me go ahead, get a bed, and then we'll get to sailing, and then I'll bring you back in if there's anything interesting that is happening. One small note is currently my little mine shaft area is right there, but I found this cave, which is pretty interesting looking, and I was thinking, you know what, why not make this our like town's mine shaft? I think that could be really cool, where it already naturally leads down, and then it actually connects up to an actual Minecraft mine shaft, and so I think that could be really cool. Just a random thought. If you like that idea, let me know in the comments of some things that we could do to make that a fancy schmancy. But anyways, back to getting a bed and sailing. Well, that is just bizarre terrain generation. Seriously, look at how epic that looks. Like, oh my gosh. All I want to do is make a absolutely huge nether portal inside of that thing. Oh, that is awesome. That is just so epic looking. Are you kidding me? Is this connected to a plains, or is this an island? Holy, I think this is an island. Look at all the pillagers. Holy crap, we could make such a good farm with this. Are you kidding me? Look at this. This is insane. Dude, that's awesome. It's... I don't even know what to say. I've never, really rated any of these. I think we did one in Brew and Build, but other than that, I think I've never really rated one of these that often. I don't really want to right now. I mean, look at all the crap I have in my inventory currently. But, okay, we need to definitely, I'm going to definitely take a screenshot of these coordinates because that's insane. Literally in the middle of nowhere. Oh, and there's the Mesa. Okay, so that's insane. I cannot believe that it has spawned on the tiniest of islands. That's seriously amazing. We are going to definitely have to do something with that because that's crazy. But looky here, we made it to the Mesa right by that pillager outpost area. So that's cool. Looks like now we can go ahead and get some terracotta. Now I'm going to try and find a good spot to kind of hole up for a little bit. And then I think this is just an island. Okay, come here, doggy. Come here. Come here. All right. So we made it to the Mesa. And I think I'm going to make a little bit of a house on top of it just to have a place to stay so that we can connect it up with a portal as well. I think what I would like to do is to try and get onto the nether ceiling at some point just to be able to easily go back and forth without having to deal too much with the actual nether. I think that would be a good thing. Maybe we'll do that next episode or something. Because I definitely don't want to have to do all that traveling again. I think that doesn't seem very fun. Let's go ahead and just kind of clear this whole top off, and then we'll get to mining. Alrighty, I managed to get back very safely from our little trip over to the Mesa. Also got a saddle in I think it was a desert temple. I found a saddle. And so we got ourselves a horsey, and he's pretty quick, terrible jumper, really just horrible jumper. But, you know, he's still good. Also, we have that one. He's tamed as well. So maybe we'll make a stable at some point, and we can breed these guys up and get some good horsey babies going. But I was able to get all of this. So I focused on getting white terracotta since that is kind of the theme of this area. You can see there's white terracotta buildings. And so I kind of figured, let's focus on getting white terracotta since we'll be using that predominantly here. But I also got some regular terracotta because of you can dye it. And so if we wanted to do some fun colors every now and again, that could be good. Like instead of using wool for those, we could use yellow terracotta. Who knows? Maybe we'll get crazy. Also picked up some coarse dirt for fun, dead bushes since I haven't found a desert super near us, so I just picked up a good handful of these, some cactuses while we were there. Got an efficiency 5 book from the desert temple, as well as diamond armor, and found 7 crying obsidian from the sort of spawned in portals that are broken. So that's very cool. That makes 2 of Lord knows how many things that we want to make over there. The respawn anchor. So that's good. Also got diamond horse armor for our horsey. Very nice, very nice. He has a lot of health, as you can see. Lots of health and is pretty fast, so that's good. Also gold and golden apple, so that's good. Originally, I was going to make a little bit of a hospital for our villager breeder, but I think I'm going to go against that because I totally forgot you can't build a village like a breeder in a village, or at least I don't think you can. I think it has to be at least 80 blocks away from what I am reading currently on the Wikipedia. So what I was going to actually do is pick out a spot up in the mountains. And then I think I have a cool idea on how to get the villagers back down to this area. And I'm thinking we'll get them down. Honestly, I think maybe we make them kind of land around here. I think we're going to get rid of this market square area, this sort of, yeah, this area here. I think we're going to get rid of this because I want it to be on the other side where the fountain is. I think that makes more sense for this type of thing. And there's also an entire other one over on the other side. So I think we're going to get rid of this, or if anything, we're going to adapt it into this new thing, because in the end game, I would like to make this sort of mountainside come up and meet that, and then it kind of cascade down. So what I am thinking is, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get the villager breeder kind of figured out first, and then we can kind of talk through as to how we're going to get them villagers down here. All right, so I've been doing some work. Don't have the entire thing finished, but I'm in a good spot now where I think I can bring y'all back in to be able to show you kind of what I'm thinking. I think that's all we are going to need. So you can see, what is this giant ugly thing? Well, what we're doing is we are going to be, what level is this on? Right here. Okay. So essentially what I am doing, oh, let's get on this and see if we can make it up. Oh my gosh. No. That is so sad. Okay, take 2. Now I think I should have the powered rails figured out. Very good. We should be able to make it all the way. Awesome. So what I've been doing is working up here in the mountain area, and that's as far as we're gonna go, but that's okay. We don't need to go all the way with ourselves. This is for villagers. So we are gonna pull villagers from, I think honestly, I may pull the farmer since he's already a farmer. I may pull the farmer and pull him, and I think he has a buddy in here. Pull them both, since they're the closest villagers, over, and we're going to be putting them in there, in this area. So I wanted this to be a little bit further out away from the village because I didn't want to have to figure out how to incorporate some breeding and stuff without it interacting with the village at all. So this is over 80 blocks away. This is like 120 blocks away from any sort of village area. So that is very good distance away. And it's good enough, far enough away that it shouldn't affect anything, but it's close enough that we don't have to do a ton to make it actually so the villagers go back to the village. So what I've been working on here is this used to be a little bit of just a flat old mountaintop, and I decided I'm going to add in some kind of like a little lake area. And so I've been working on this, and this is going to eventually be, I think what I'm going to do is put some magma blocks in it and make it into a hot springs type of thing. Now, of course, we're far enough up that the water likes to freeze, and so we're gonna have light all over the place, and I need to make this one more deep, I think, just to make it a little bit, more enjoyable to look at, and we can add some taller greenery inside of it. But the idea that I'm wanting is either make it a hot springs of sorts, or make it just a natural flowing pond, and I think I'm gonna have a sort of make it look like it's kind of bubbling up from up here, and like that this is where it kind of originates from, and that it comes from deep down and kind of flows up and out this way. And so then what we're going to be doing is making an aqueduct that will lead all the way out to the village. And this is how we're going to get the villagers out of this pin area. So if you did not know, in order for villagers to breed, they need to, 1, have a good amount of inventory filled with food. I forget. Okay, hold on. I gotta eat in order for me to do that, or else that's gonna drive me insane. They need a lot of food, I think, to be able to keep breeding in their inventory. And so we are going to just put a farmer in here because the farmer feeds the villagers and chucks food at them. And so by having a farmer in here, they will always be farming these crops, filled with their stuff, food, filled their inventory with food, and then they will be able to then throw it at the other villager that's going to be trapped in here, that's just meandering around, and then they will be able to make a baby, because they will see these 3 beds, and there will be 2 of them, and they'll see 3 beds, and they'll be like, oh, we have an extra bed, we can make a baby. And so then they can make the baby. They are too tall to fit under this, and I'm going to actually flip them down anyways, but they'll think they can run through them. And so they won't be able to make it to the beds, but they'll think they can because they'll see this as full blocks and being able to run over them. Same with the baby. But the baby is going to be short enough that it can jump on through here. It can run on through here, but it won't be able to make it through this gap. And so then down here is where they will land. And then because we'll have this all just like flowing here, and then I'm going to have a bubble column that goes up. And so we're going to have a bubble column that goes up, pushes them up into the aqueduct, which will then be pushing the peeps out. And then they will, as we came up, be pushed out here, and we'll have the big old aqueduct running through the mountain area here, and then it's going to, I think, dump the villagers off right over here. I'm thinking they're gonna dump them off actually right in that area, or I may make the aqueduct go all the way across and dump off over there where the crops are. That probably makes more sense. But I kind of like the aqueduct being just here and kind of pushing them off here. It doesn't need to make necessarily logical sense as to why there would be an aqueduct, considering they're right next to a river. But that is the plan. That is what we're going to be doing. So first things first, I need to get... Oh, firstly, I need to get my minecart back. And then I need to actually get the villagers over here. Now, it shouldn't be horrible to do because it's not super far away. But it could be a bit more painful than we would like. So I'm going to go ahead and block this off again. And then we're going to eventually run them through, up and over and into here. And then they should just start going. So we have both villagers here, farmer ready to go. All of the crops have grown because it's taken me forever to do this. I've got a water stream that is set up so that they can make it all the way down, water down at the bottom so they won't die. So hopefully we can just plop this guy on in there. I'm going to go ahead and free, I think, this guy. Let's do this real quick. All right, that guy is free. Let's go ahead, push this guy on through. And, oh, he took some damage from this, but you know what? That's okay. He is now safe in there, and well, relatively safe considering I don't have a roof on it, but roofs are expensive, as we all know. They're expensive. So we're just gonna go ahead and break that, and then boom, he is perfectly safe inside here, except for lightning and all that, which I will eventually get a roof on this. This is just purely for testing right now. I just want to see if they will breed. And so I guess that is now what we're going to be doing, is just waiting here to see if they will breed. So let's hope they will. Oh, here they are. Hearts, are you going to breed? Are you going to make a little baby? I hear it, and there he is. Looky. What a cute little dude. Oh, so close. Stop talking to him. Let him go. Come on. Nope. And there he goes. And so now, hopefully, he'll make his way here eventually. And we'll go over that way. Well, it would seem we have a problem. I don't know how exactly to go about fixing this. So the issue is, maybe he'll just, over time, we'll do that. We'll just I don't know if you have a better way of like doing water with via the, like signs and stuff. I had honestly, I've not done this, so I just don't know. Dang, he is just going. Yeah, just go on, go, my son. But I don't really know how best to do this. Like this obviously is not the most efficient way of doing it because the villager is obviously he's short enough that he can just stand on these. So he's able to fight it a bit. So I don't really know what to do about that. But hey, it's working at least. And especially if he grows up, then it will consistently work. So I count this as a success. And we should see him coming. Whoa. Well, that is a goner. Oh, he lived. All right. Well, we are gonna... Oh, he's playing on the bed. All right. Well, I don't know how you survived that fall. You are a trooper, that's for sure. And now you're underneath the landscape. All right. Okay. You just like to get into things. Okie dokie. Well, that is a definite success. Did take some shenanigans to actually get him fully through. He was taking forever. I need to figure out a better way of doing the water transportation. And if you know any ways to keep it so that it's flat, then by all means, let me know down below because I would love to be able to keep it flat. But if I have to angle it or something, then it's understandable. But I think that's going to have to do it for this episode, guys. I know that it's not been a super amazing episode, but we did get a functioning villager breeder, no matter how janky it looks. And I don't really have a design for this right now. I know I want to make this into a aqueduct, but the question I like to leave you with is, where should this go? Should this lead to right here? Or should this aqueduct lead all the way across the river to an area like the to this cliff area where the keep is going to be, the castle? We're going to be doing a castle for this town, and so should we do a aqueduct that is built for the castle? So that the king can get this like nice filtered mountain water instead of the river water. Let me know down in the comments below what you think this should do. So it's going to be an aqueduct. It just either is going to stop around here, or if you have another area in mind that you think it should go, then definitely can do that. But as I said, I think that's going to have to do it for this episode, guys. Definitely, we did actually a lot of building in this episode, even though it was all pretty much at the beginning with this here bridge. Very happy with it, though. I think it's really cool. Let's take a walk across it one last time as we go. Thanks again so much for watching, guys. If you like the video, leave a like in real life, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.